What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Wicked Blades here. It's Sunday Fun Day, and for today's edition, I've got two fixed blades that I want to show. First one, look at that nice thick welting. Nice, good, sturdy construction on the leather sheath. Pull out. We have here a Focus Line Ossofonia. It's an Italian fighting knife. It's considered a trench, dirk, dagger. You have a nice swedge right here in the front. It's a nice, long, deep, aggressive swedge. I'm pretty sure if you were going to make this into your fighting knife, you could put a nice edge right here. And, it's about, I'd say about a good half of the blade. And then you have this nice deep grind with a nice pointy structure there. And then you have this nice fuller in the center. And your fuller is for strengthening the blade. It is 11 inches long in length. You have your nice finger guard, your pommel, so in fighting you could crack some skulls. Nice grippy rubberized handle with finger grooves, so you get a nice purchase on this. This is a great knife. I've used this for hunting for several years after I lost my buck 119. After losing the buck 119, I purchased this one instead of purchasing another 119 because I wanted to try something new. And so I purchased this guy and carried it for a long while. I actually need to clean it up. I've got some patinas on the brass. And that's probably from leaving it sitting in the leather sheath, but I need to clean that up. I've had this for about 10 years. It's gone on numerous hunts with me, and it's been baptized. It has been baptized. Great hunting knife, great companion, on your side. Or if you need a bedside mate, because you don't got the pew pew. This makes a great bedside mate. All in all, it is a great knife. It's a great knife. Its intention was for fighting. Second up, we have a homage to the Marines. Sadly, this is not a K-bar. It's a K-bar wannabe, I guess. Yeah, it's a K-bar wannabe. The sheath construction is really well built. The upper portion, it could have used a little bit of work. It's still nice thick leather, and without the snap. As you've seen, it's really floppy. But all in all, it's a well-built sheath. And then you have your stacked leather handle. The pommel spins off. It's threaded on. I've tightened it up because I have used them. I use all my knives. And then you've got a nice deep fuller. That's a deep, thick fuller. And you got some serration. I'd say about a quarter of the blade, maybe only a third of the blade. And then you have your drop point with a little bit of swedging. This is a great knife. This is made by M-Tech. It says MTech USA, but I'm sure it's made in China. I'm assuming because it on the rear it's got the model number. It's a M-122MR-SO. It's a USA design, officially licensed by the United States Marine Corps. So when it says USA designed, I assume it's China. It's China made. It's designed for the U.S. and made in China. But you have your finger guard here, your rear pommel, and of course this one was intended for being a trench knife, fighting knife, all around battle knife, but it also makes for a great hunter. For those of you who's carried K-bars, you guys know they're a good all around utilitarian knife. But for Sunday Fun Day, because these I enjoy my fixed blades. I do enjoy my fixed blades, as much as my folders. The fixed blades have their place, so I don't have as many as some guys. Some guys, their collections full on fixed blade. That's their knife of choice is a fixed blade, and they have smaller amount of folders, and well, mine gravitates around more of the folder and less of the fixed blade. Although I do like my fixed blades, and I do like to carry a fixed blade. They have their place. And like I said, the way I dress out my carry for the day, it depends on what I'm going to be doing. And so, like, my fixed blades are usually if I'm going out, out camping, out hunting. It all depends. That's when I'll carry a fixed blade, but typically my collection is based on folders, but I do love my fixed blades. So yeah, that's Sunday Fun Day. We have two different types of fighting knives. You have your USA Marine Corps model style fighting knife, and then you have your Italian models of fighting knife. Both great knives, both great carries, and both blade types have their place. As you see, this one's more piercy, and the hand guard, your forward guard, is a little bit more thicker and sturdier, and I feel that that's due to the thrusting. You're going to be thrusting, so you want more protection from sliding up onto the blade. You have a guard here, but as you can see, it's a lot less substantial. So I think, even though you could be doing a lot of thrusting with this, you can. I think this one's intention was, in fighting fashion, it's going to be more slicing, and then the thrusting. Because your piercy blade, that's going to thrust beautifully. I mean, you could thrust with your drop point. That is no problem. Technically, you could pierce with a butter knife. You could thrust with a butter knife, and it will pierce. I think this was more for slicing and protection. You're gonna hold, slice, and then you can jab. And I think this one, being that their main intention was a trench knife, it's close quarters, you're gonna be piercing more. But that's not what I use them for. I use them for hunting. Although this one, I haven't took out hunting. I've messed with it around the house, but I've never took it on anything serious to actually test it and put it through the paces. I bought it because it's in honor of the Marine Corps. I have a nephew in the Marine Corps. I have a good friend in the Marine Corps. I know a lot of people in the service, and I've had family members in the service. You know, most of my family have served in the United States Army branch, and then, like I said, my nephew and a great friend of mine are both in the Marines, and I just love the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. And to be honest, I like their outfit. I really do. I like the Marines outfit. Um, I when I look at the Marines, I look at them as they're the bad boys in the service. You know, they're the bad boy that all the girls want. You know, and then the Army's like the guy that you just settle down and marry. That's how I look at it. Is it? You know, because the Army's the Army. The Army's the bottom of the rung type of deal. They're the ones that they're there, and each other branch kind of is more specific to certain duties, you know. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate every branch of the military. They're there keeping our freedom. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I really love the Marines. I really do. I love the Marines. I would say that's probably my favorite branch out of the service is the Marines, and including their dress. You know, I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, this is my fun day Sunday. I really wanted to just get on here and talk to you guys. That was it. Um, but I figured we'd do some great fighting knives, which can be used for anything. You don't need them to fight. You can do whatever you want with them. Fun day Sunday, guys. Two beautiful fixed blades. Where can you go wrong on that? Plus, I just wanted to chit chat with you guys and see how you guys are doing. God, I'm looking old. I need to go shave. Ugh. Alright, guys. I love you guys. Know that you guys are loved. You guys have a beautiful day out there. You guys stay safe. Keep a blade on you. Be safe out there, guys. Love you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll hit you up on the next one. Wicked Blades out. Peace.